All right guys, so this is the absolute perfect time for me to show you my tuna salad recipe. It's super quick, it's on the go, and I'm gonna show you with using just one packet of tuna. All right, so here's my one packet of tuna. This right here is a larger size. They don't usually come in this value size. I actually found this at Walmart. This has 2 servings, 6 ounces. I think the other ones are just a little bit smaller, right? This whole thing right here holds 47 grams of protein. Oh, so actually the other ones are a lot smaller because one packet normally is about 17 to 20 grams of protein. So this is fairly larger, but this is definitely on the go. This is a packet on the go. Along with that, I have relish, mustard, and light mayo. All right, so that's all you need for this recipe. All I do is open up a tuna packet. Now my serving sizes are going to be different, right? So if you only have one of these packets, you need to use less of these condiments. Now, if you have more than this, you need to use more. It makes sense, right? So this right here, again, is 6 ounces. So if you have 6 ounces of tuna, you can use the measurements that I'm going to use. So without making a mess, open up your tuna packet, right? Real simple. Tuna. All of you have probably seen tuna before. And no, tuna is not that good just eating it by itself, which is why I add these condiments to make it a tuna salad. So mustard is always to taste. And I don't track mustard simply because mustard is 0 calories for the most part, right? So 0 calories, it has soda in it. What really is 0 calories these days, but we're gonna go ahead and say 0 calories for the mustard. Turning my scale on. For the mayo, for this 6 ounces of tuna, I do 22.5 grams. Right here, 15 grams is 1 serving. So I do 22. So not quite 2 servings, just 1.5. Weighing that out, let's get us 22. As you see, that was only 10, and that was a lot of mayo. Mayo is gonna give it that taste. You really need your mayo. 18, and this is light mayo. Keep that in mind. I don't use the regular mayo. All right, one more squig and we should be good. All right, so now we have 22.5 grams right here. So 1.5 servings of light mayo. Now we're also going to do a serving and a half of relish. So 1 serving of relish is actually 15 milliliters, which is 15 grams. And you need your relish for the sweetness. You want that sweetness. Again, without making a mess. Grab you some napkins if you're making a mess like me. But we're going to do 22.5 grams of relish as well. All right, that was it. So pretty much two scoops will give you that. And so once you have all your ingredients in there, now all is left to do is to stir it up. And it's easy because it's a bag, so you can kind of squeeze the bag a little bit. But you really just want to stir it up. And that's all it takes, guys, to make some tuna fish salad. Now, the reason I started making a tuna fish salad is because I don't always want to eat just tuna. I used to just eat tuna a lot back in the day, but I'm not there anymore, right? Mentally, I don't want to just sit there and eat tuna. But tuna is by far a good protein to have when you're on the go. Take you some tuna packets, you can put them in your book bags. You can put them in your pocket. I mean, they're real small. They're even smaller than this. Tuna is a go-to. My wife actually eats tuna multiple times a week, and she's not even on a diet, right? Tuna is like that, right? But you can make it good. I'm going to throw it on bread. If you don't want to put it on bread, you can put it on rice. But I'm going to put it on bread and have some tuna fish salad sandwiches. All right, so that's all stirred up. Next up, we grab a plate. And I have 2 different breads right here. They're both Dave's bread, so they're real great in carbs, real good source for some whole grains. This right here is whole grain sprouted, and this right here is 21 whole grains and seeds, right? So both organic bread. I wouldn't get too nitpicky on organic. I didn't even realize it was organic bread until I actually read it, to you guys in a previous video. But these are thin slice, right? 70 calories per slice. I'm gonna do 6 slices today. All right, so I'm gonna do 2 of those. And on this one, I'm going to, no, you know what? I'm gonna do 3 of these. We'll switch it up, I'm gonna get real fancy. I'm gonna do 3 of those, and I'm gonna do 3 of these. All right, so we're gonna make 3 sandwiches. Again, this is 6 ounces of tuna. So I'm able to make 3 sandwiches. Now again, if you're on the go, like literally on the go in your car or something like that, you obviously won't be able to do all of this. But if you're just at home and you need a quick meal, something just to whip up real fast, this is a good go-to. In episode 1 of this whole series, I actually broke down how I actually make it. I mean, it's similar to this right here, but it was more detailed on using cans. So using it at home, using cans, and actually meal prepping this. You can actually meal prep this if you wanted to. I'm not sure how long it lasts. I normally meal prep for just a day. I make a ton of it and I eat it all day. Gotta get your protein in. And voila, there you have it. 3 tuna fish salad sandwiches. Good source of protein. Again, this is 47 grams of protein right here. Each piece of bread is 70 calories. I think it's about 13 carbohydrates. This is 3.5 grams of fat, so not a lot of fat in this whole thing. Not tracking the mustard, and the relish has, I think, a carb. Real good on carbs, proteins, and fats on the go. Yes, sir. Got the goods today. Y'all know where I went. Had to hit up Chipotle one more time. Real food is really rewarding. Had to go grab some Chipotle. Chipotle still is #1 when it comes to clean fast food. Well, shit, since I busted these open, these are Smart Waters right here, right? So I got 3 Smart Waters. These are actually different. So I know Smart Water had flavors, but I didn't know they came with some extra. And by extra, I mean like extra vitamin type waters. So this one right here is the lemon extract, and there's dandelion inside of here. Dandelion root, that's like a more of a natural detox type of feel for it. So for dandelion, normally when I'm competing, like when it's getting crunch time, I'm normally drinking dandelion tea. So what that does is it dries you out, it removes all the toxins, and it's real good for that situation. So dandelion is a go-to. It's actually real good for the liver as well. Like I said, it's like a detox. And then this one right here is the green tea Smart Water, and this one has the ginseng in there, and you all know what that ginseng is for. And then I got this one right here, which is the tangerine Smart Water, and this right here is the ashwagandha type. So ashwagandha, which I actually have ashwagandha right here, is the go-to for reducing the stress. All right, so ashwagandha, I don't know if it's been scientifically proven yet, but I know for sure that a lot of doctors swear by it and say it actually does relax you. It actually does help you unwind. It's a stress reliever, right? So when we're talking about muscle growth, rest and recovery is #1, and ashwagandha will help you get to that rest level that you need. So ashwagandha is a plus for me. So got these Smart Waters, man. That's pretty dope. I didn't know. Get you some Smart Water. All right, but anyway, so now we're talking about Chipotle. Let me go ahead and get into this burrito right here. So hopefully you've seen my other videos, but this burrito is a go-to for me. This is the barbacoa. Got some white rice in here. Got some tomatoes, some grilled veggies, and some lettuce. So good. And then right here I have a serving of chicken. We know from the last video that this is actually only 2 ounces, not 4. And this right here is actually their new smoked brisket. I didn't even know they had some new protein. But this is smoked brisket, and it actually smells pretty good. I wanted to get it first on the side. I didn't want to like throw it in the burrito or anything, because I actually want to weigh it out. Brisket, if you know anything about brisket, it will come with some extra fat. So you might want to treat that as like a high ground beef type, if that's what you're thinking, right? I wouldn't always get brisket. I would always stick to some barbacoa, which is low, and some chicken, obviously, which is low. The steak is pretty decent. Overall, I mean, it's all pretty decent. It's all good for you no matter what. I mean, it's Chipotle, right? And then obviously in this bowl right here is how I have been recently doing things. I just get a bowl and I throw in some grilled veggies, some tomatoes, the salsa, and some lettuce. And that's simply because when I want to heat up my other proteins, I don't want to heat up my vegetables, right? So heat this up, throw it on there. I'm actually going to throw this on there first, the brisket, see how that tastes. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna throw the chicken on there and finish it off. So this right here will be, this is actually pre-workout right here. So this right here will just be extra. I might even eat it pre-workout as well. I don't know. Normally I'm going to the gym real late. So by the time I get back from the gym, I'm normally just scarfing down some rice cakes, a protein shake, and calling it quits, right? My post-workout meals aren't extravagant. They're just small snacks to refill, and then I attack breakfast in the morning. So my pre-workout meals are very serious. All right, quick update. This brisket is off the chains. I am not lying. Off the chains. I ate it by itself first to get that full effect. Now I'm eating it with the bowl. Just got some tomatoes, some peppers, onions, and lettuce. No rice in this bowl right here. Chipotle don't miss. They don't miss. I'm trying to tell y'all. Look, clean your diets up. Just go to Chipotle. If it's too hard to meal prep, just go to Chipotle. Spend the money. And it got some heat to it too. Definitely got some heat. Oh, it must be, no, this might be the tomatoes. I think they got some hot salsa type vibe. On point. You heard it here first. All right, y'all, just getting started with legs. Kicking it off with some leg extensions right here. I really like this machine, just in general, leg extensions. Working out from home, obviously I don't have access to this, but I really have missed it a lot. So I'm kicking it off with that. What I'm trying to do is find a comfortable weight that I can start my working sets, because right now I'm hitting sets of 20. I don't really want 20. I mean, I want 20, but I don't necessarily want to make it that high, if that makes sense, right? So I want to load the weight up to where I'm fighting for 15, I'm fighting for 12, you know, really go try to get heavy. And that's what I call a working set, working my hardest. Right there, I cranked out 20. I struggled at the end, but I still got 20 repetitions, and that's 3 plates. So I'm gonna go ahead to probably put another 45 on there, and that probably will set me at a nice start for my working sets. And I probably do anywhere from 2 to 3 working sets, really trying to crank it out, push all the way till close to failure. Most likely failing, obviously, because I'm not gonna be able to get that last final rep, but that's the goal here. Kicking it off with my energy too. This right here is C4 Energy. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. I know I brought it to the YouTube some point in time, but this right here is just like those energy drinks, the C4 energy drinks that I drink. Those are carbonated. This right here is non-carbonated, which means it's more of a juice, right? Not everyone likes that carbonation that you get from like your energy drinks, right? So these right here are pretty good. Still 200 grams of caffeine. Still got your ingredients right here, help you get that boost to energy that you need for your workouts, keep you lasting, keep you going. All right, y'all, it's time to finish off these leg extensions. So now we're gonna do the back off the drop set, right? So we're gonna do 4, I'm gonna take it off. We'll do 3, take it off, 2, take it off, and do 1. And when we get to 1, we probably would do single leg, do some alternating. We'll figure it out depending on how pumped and how we feel with the quads. So let's just get to it, let's finish it up. And we're going till failure, you know, so just keep pushing. That's blood. That's blood. Force the blood in the quads. That's how you force blood. Pumped. Pumped. I'm not even flexing them. That's just how they are. You see, flex, unflex. Damn. All right, y'all, this is the stretch that you need to be getting on your calves if you really want them to grow and develop. Don't take it from me, I have baby calves, but this is what I've learned. You want this stretch right there. So if you're standing, you might want to elevate your feet, stand on some kind of platform, but you really want to get that stretch like that, and then all calves. Stretch, all calves. A few sets of 20 should do the trick. Like I said, I got baby calves, but I'm focused on getting them to grow. Don't worry, we're gonna get there. All right, now this one right here, this is for your hips. You got your hip right here, and you also can work that inner quad, the inner thigh. You got the hip abduction and the hip adduction. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be pressing out, right? So we're focused on our hip, the outside. And you know, a couple sets, 15 reps. Without good developed hips, you will never have a good squat. It's actually a fact. You gotta have good hips. You can sit back. You sit forward a little bit. Or you sit up. Oh yeah, if I didn't tell you before, this is a circuit. So I do the calf press, then I hit my hips, and then I do some walking lunges, all body weight, no shoes either. So I just take my shoes off, I go down, and going down is gonna give me around 8 to 10 lunges on each leg, and then I come back down. So anywhere from 16 to 20 of them. Keeping a closer stance to really work those quads.